How is it going, TetraBit Nation? Welcome back to what is another follow video here on TetraBitGaming. It's been a few months since my last follow video, but with the new Far Harbor DLC for the game, I figured I'd try my hand at another video. Today we'll be doing a rather quick dissection of Vault 118's highlights and its secret Vault Tec experiment. If you guys enjoy these Fallout lore videos, be sure to slap a big like or comment down below to let me know. And with that said guys, let's dive right into the mystery of Vault 118. In the new area in the state of Maine, we find ourselves at Cliff's Edge Hotel, just a bit west of Far Harbor. You are hired as a detective to investigate a murder which has happened in the area. And as you approach this hotel, you will notice a Vault Tec hut as well as a familiar looking gear. Yeah, you guessed it, there is a new Vault Tec vault to be explored inside of this hotel. And if you aren't familiar with the Vault Tec vaults in the Fallout universe, in short they were typically ominous social experiments carried out by Vault Tec disguised as nuclear fallout shelters to be used in the case of global thermonuclear war. Anyway, after following a Miss Nanny named Pearl throughout the ruins of the hotel, you eventually come to an elevator which she claims was for the special guests of the hotel. As soon as I heard this, I figured this had to be the elevator which gets us into the new vault. And surely enough, taking down this elevator takes us right to Vault 118. After mentioning you are the detective looking into the case, the vault door guards promptly let you in. You are then greeted by two Mr. Handies as one proceeds to lead you to the scene of the murder. Once you get to the crime scene, you realize something is off. There are no humans in this vault, just robots and robo-brains, which are robots controlled by a human brain. And also, this vault appears very posh and likely was intended for really rich patrons. Now it appears that the person murdered was Mr. Ezra Parker, the owner of Cliff's Edge Hotel, and a new quest begins to find the murderer. But before finding the murderer, since we have immediate access to the Overseer's room, let's look there first and see what this vault's true purpose is. Weirdly enough, as you enter the room, a human skeleton is found bent over the Overseer's desk. So this proves that there were in fact humans living in this vault at some point. The first document we can read in the Overseer's terminal defines Vault Tec's intended experiment with Vault 118. Now it appears that Vault 118 was designed to test how ultra-wealthy vault dwellers would interact with average working class dwellers. Super rich hotel guests as well as additional people from the local population were to be admitted to the vault. Even before the bombs fell, Vault 118 functioned as an ultra-elite section of the hotel to draw in guests used to exclusivity. Then, once an order was given, a largely inferior second wing of the vault would be opened to the public. The dwellers of the vault were to be separated into two groups, A and B. The 10 ultra-elites of Group A had special treatment by the robotic vault staff and were considered above the law, while 300 working-class Group B subjects were forced to live in the second wing under extremely uncomfortable and cramped living conditions, all while having their food extremely limited. We then learned that in order to obtain best test results, Vault Tec believed that only the Overseer and a few researchers would make up the staff, while all other services would be provided by robotic staff. Classic Vault Tec, up to no good as always. We can then read up on the Overseer's logs. In the first entry, he mentions that a member of the elite group was a researcher for a General Atomics Advanced Research Robotics program and was convincing other elites that the best chance to survive was to have their brains inserted into a robot. Now it is quite likely that this researcher worked at the General Atomics underground robo-brain research facility as seen in the Automatron DLC. It is now clear that all these robo-brains living in the vault were all the upper-class patrons emitted when the bombs fell. The Overseer tried to warn Vault Tec of their intentions, but as evil as they were, they thought it would make for an even more interesting experiment to have these people living as robo-brains. The next log explains how once the order was given to activate the vault, the Overseer was unable to recruit regular working class people into the vault as he had been locked out from the recruitment protocol. Having had to just leave them all outside to die, the Overseer was able to hear them banging on the door to the vault for days. In the last Overseer log, it appears that the Overseer came to a realization that the actual experiment may have in fact been to have him be the sole human living in a vault with the rest of the elites living in a robotic vessel. Realizing he would have to do this for the rest of his life and have the others outlive him, it is quite possible that the Overseer took his own life after entering this log. The terminal also contains an audio log which details that after the elite wing of the vault was built, construction on the other wing had stopped as Ezra Parker stopped paying Vault Tec for the construction work. And it seems that Mr. Parker was also embezzling from his investors. Here, let's have a listen.
Progress on construction of the second wing of the vault is completely stalled. Once the premier area of the vault had been completed, funding seems to have been cut off. My supervisors have informed me that they haven't received payment from Mr. Parker, and Vault Tec won't pay out of pocket to continue construction. I've repeatedly approached Ezra about the finances, but he keeps telling me that Mrs. Riggs hasn't transferred the funds. However, when I asked her, Juliana said that she had just given Ezra extra for the gold paint in the rooms. I've hired an investigator to look for signs of embezzlement in a few weeks.
And that's how Vault 2018 has come to be what it is, a ritzy vault for a bunch of pre-war elites. This vault is probably one of the nicer ones ever constructed, which is understandable as it was built to house world-class artists, actors, and scientists. It has everything from a museum dedicated to Ezra Parker's adventures, a movie studio, art room, luxury store, and even a simulated beach. And in addition to all of those, it appears there was a large parking garage area with a few Corvegas still there and an elevator to go above ground similar to that in Vault 111. And there's also these two who couldn't part with their fortune, and they even decided to bring all of their pre-war belongings with them to the vault. Talk about luxury. Anyways, back to the murder in the vault. After interrogating all the Robo-Brain dwellers and accusing one of them of being the murderer, turns out that Ezra Parker was not murdered, but in fact was the murderer and was disguising himself to avoid suspicion. Without going into too much detail, it's a really fun and interesting side quest to complete. Vault 118. Either a failed experiment to test how a small group of elite upper-class folk would interact with a large number of average citizens, or to test how one overseer would cope living in a vault full of robots. And again, yet another dark entry in the ever-growing list of Vault Tec experiments. But that's all for this Fallout video, guys, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed this video and would like to stay in the loop for more stuff in the future, please drop a like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment down below of your thoughts about this vault or what you'd like to see next. And if you guys haven't seen my video detailing Vault 75, please click on this link, or on the other one if you'd like to see my video on Vault 95. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching and for all your support you've been giving me recently, and I will see you in a bit.